What?
The screen on the pod's monitor thingy.
Oh yeah. It says recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was interesting. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had to mean Quark. That was the pod we'd put him into after all. I read on. 748-1, one subject released. Oh wait, one subject successfully restored. Cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 748, one subject released. Wait, 806, one subject successfully restored. 16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. What is all this?
I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago, somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep. Well, 3 people actually. 1 for each pod. They all say the same thing, see?
That's before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
Yeah.
So the 3 pod people could be 3 of us. They could have been captured earlier. Don't know how much earlier. And they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into the AB rooms.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I really don't think there'd be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh?
Yeah. If you count the old woman we found, then it would be 10, wouldn't it? So, who were the 3 pod people?
Don't ask me! How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been.
Doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either.
And this bit, where it says, all prior records have been erased. Authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
I wonder why they wouldn't just write the time though.
What?
Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 AM. Those minus signs have to mean this far in the past. Who would ever write the time like that?
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is.
Why not?
Hell if I know. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave.
Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way?
Yeah, but why? That's what I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that?
Maybe he wanted us to see the records.
Perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of data. Why?
Could it all be a trick?
A trick?
All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us.
So you're saying this was just a joke?
Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible, right?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something.
Yeah, you're right. If the AB gates have opened, we need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway.
Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark.
We double-checked that Quark was alright in his pod, then hurried out of the treatment center. Sprint, 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 sprint. Is this another warehouse?
It looks just like the other one. Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one is right under the floor A warehouse.
So it is.
Oh, are those?
Those doors are white.
And there are 3 of them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look.
I knew it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little box right next to them, just like the others.
So these are the third round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
We both have 6 BP right now.
Yeah, that's true. So?
We're a pair, right?
Yeah?
And who's our opponent?
Quark.
Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so...
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will
And he is at 6, so it's not gonna hurt him.
You aren't saying we should pick Betray. Yes, he is sick. Are you?
Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the groups.
No, that's not... I thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose Ally and not worry about getting betrayed.
Oh, come on. You don't need to lie to me. We're partners. That means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay?
I'm not hiding anything.
Wait, you're serious? You were really going to pick Ally? Whoa, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right?
There are
Dio,
3 other
Kay,
doors
and
behind you!
What do you think's going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round?
That's not going to happen.
Why not?
Fi and Luna are playing against Tenryoji. He's only got 1 BP left, though I really don't think they'd pick Betray. If Tenryoji picked Ally, they'd kill him. The same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and Kay, and Alice's BP...
No! Don't even think about that!
I agree. But her BP is the same as Tenryoji's, so unless Dio's willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9.
Then Alice has to vote Betray.
Yeah, that's generally the best defensive choice.
But if Dio chooses Ally,
Then
Kay would have 9 BP.
yeah.
Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If Kay gets 9 BP, then there won't be a third AB game.
Well, that's not necessarily the case.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
So you think that Kay will stay here? Even if he gets enough points to leave?
I don't know, but it's possible.
No, it's not!
Yeah, it is.
Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple things I gotta do when we get back.
Fine.
Okay, back to floor A then. Let's move. I turned and headed for the exit. What?
What was that message on the wall?
Memento mori if the knife lion ate the sun. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps following behind me.
We've seen it like 3 times.
No, but I never write down all of it.
That's gonna pop up on one of the fucking endings. We have what we need to finish out the other part of this line as well.
You don't want to see a lion eating a sun.
Well, we just did. We've seen 2 of them now.
Nah.
One on the computer screen and one on the fucking wall that gave us a laser behind it.
Not enough lion.
I really hate that because there's an argument that how many lions would it take to kill the sun?
The answer is no. If for no
I know.
reason other than the sun is not alive.
I know. That's not the point of the question. I'm just saying it is a thing that has been posed in scientific circles.
It's just a matter of how much mass can you shove into a star before it
over.
starts to go haywire.
I know.
Oh, thank goodness you're back.
Yep.
Are we the last ones?
Yes.
Hey, where's Quark?
Miyoji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could.
So are these pod things really safe?
Probably.
Probably?
No, they're definitely safe. He's fine.
Well, are they safe or aren't they? Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover?
Don't
worry. We've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go have a look and come back.
Okay. Come on then.
As soon as she finished, she was off. Miyoji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye, they were gone. Out of the magenta door. Alright, you guys got some splaining to do.
I beg your pardon?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
Sigma, take a look.
As she spoke, Phi gestured toward the line of AB rooms. Only one was open.
It's not like we opened them all up.
So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
Yes.
Yo.
Well, then who was it?
I opened it.
So it was you.
It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back.
Yes, Dio, it is a big deal.
Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd have just defaulted to ally.
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes?
What?
I found this in the treatment center.
There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber.
I didn't see one in the pantry either.
Huh. Well, whatever. You should really read it, though.
Hold on.
There are some more AB game rules for you.
What?
She went to the pantry, not the laboratory.
Yeah?
He went to the pressure control room, we went to the fucking treatment center, and she went to the pantry.
Pantry. The door she
No
went through.
one went to the laboratory this time.
But no one has
Not
a cure.
voting is not a option.
What
If both
the
parties
fuck?
refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. And you just...
Alright, I get. Sorry. Cut me some slack though, man. I didn't know.
So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did?
Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro?
He's lying.
Nah, brah.
He absolutely would still do such a thing.
You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right?
Then that'll kill himself.
Yeah,
If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any Excelavir?
No. It's not really that kind of place. It just had those pods, and that was it. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6?
No, unfortunately.
How do you know that?
Oh. Well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms but can't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing, though. Oh, right, there's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants in their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
Are you suggesting that 3 of us were, until recently, cryogenically frozen?
If you can trust what we read, yeah.
Which of us are the pod people then?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It didn't say who they were, or even when they were frozen.
So this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down.
Yeah, I think so.
So what would happen to the heart?
What?
Wouldn't it stop when you were put into a cold sleep?
Your bracelet comes off.
Oh.
And that's the second thing we need to get the bracelet off.
So if we go into cold sleep, our bracelets would come off.
Then we can just defrost ourselves right away.
You said there were 3 pods, right?
We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that will work for you, but perhaps not so much for me.
The armor.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more.
Of course.
What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work?
I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down.
But when Clover and I were here, it worked.
Yeah, I remember checking it.
Then that bastard set this up. Oh, that's low.
It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off.
Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome.
Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were gonna get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours.
How could you say that? I would never be so petty as...
Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility.
5 minutes.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no
Every time the next
vote is
announcement always comes up,
recorded
always 10
before
minutes.
the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Next time it announces
Time's
is
running
at
out.
1 minute.
We should
And
get
it
back,
counts
guys.
down from 5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm
1.
staying here. I can't leave Quark.
Are you nuts, old man? You're a solo. Luna and Phi could kill you.
Yeah, I know. I've only got 1 BP.
Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick Betray.
We won't. You staying here won't change our vote.
Right. We always intended to choose ally. Tenmyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan.
Luna has the same number of BP as you, Tenmyoji. Normally, the safe plan would be to choose Betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Phi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points.
Yes.
Well, there you go. I trust Phi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally.
Sounds good. Okay then, Tenmyoji, you take care of Quark.
You think I need you to tell me that? I won't take my eyes off him for a minute.
Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go.
Who are you? Why do I know your voice actor?
Back at the Fleury warehouse, we open the AB rooms.
What days?
You already said it. It's Laura Bailey.
4 minutes
Oh, this isn't.
remain until Ambidex
Luna
game
is.
polling closes.
Alright, Clover. We should probably head in too.
Okay.
No,
Alice is
Clover.
too, right?
No. Different voice. And no, Clover, we're not betraying. At least not this time.
Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse?
Shut up,
Yeah?
Clover.
You told me we should betray Quark, since we might not get another chance like this.
Yeah. Can I, take that back?
Huh?
I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose ally.
That's more than just a little bit. It's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
I can't tell you.
Why?
I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway.
I won't laugh.
Really?
Promise.
Well, I still can't tell you.
Come on.
I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody.
Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent's Quark.
No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue, and green doors, Tenmyoji said something.
I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person, Clover. I just know that you'll keep him safe.
I can't betray somebody who'd say that about me.
You seem pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
That's because I didn't know who he was.
So you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
Well, if what he told me was true, yeah.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Please, choose ally.
You aren't gonna try and vote yourself?
If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. So...
Alright. With that, I turned to face the voting machine. Question was, what would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. I wasn't even taking into consideration that Quark's just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do something. How can I betray someone like that? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. It was unlikely I'd get a chance like this again. If I chose betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I'd be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose...
3, 2, 1.
Ally.
Ally.
We're gonna go and fucking betray next, obviously. But...
Round 2 of the Ambidex game.
Well, this is where the path splits. We
completed.
have to see what the other path is.
Yeah, then we get to leave with Clover.
Results
Yeah.
will be displayed in the warehouse.
Sigma's been weird about it this entire time.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike,
Your
go with us.
participation. Ambidex gates
I mean,
now.
he was promised a date.
Yeah, supposedly.
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No?
Ah. Well, you'll know in a minute. Let's go. Gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed.
Results from round 2 of the
I have a sinking
Ambidex
suspicion
game
that Alice's
will now
condition is
be
going to flare up
displayed.
again, and Kate chose
Please
betray.
direct your attention to the results screen.
Yep. Why did that one do that one so slow? We already knew that.
Maybe he got up and ran in here. Nobody has more than 9.
Points have been assigned or
Oh,
more than
I
8.
know why they didn't choose Ally, because Dio's a
Please
cunt.
check your bracelet to see
I
your
understand.
updated bracelet points.
There are so many people with 8s.
So you chose ally, huh?
Yeah. Work sick, a kid, and unable to vote. Couldn't bring myself to betray someone like that.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I only did what anyone would have.
A good thing.
You guys chose ally too, huh?
Of course. Tenmyoji had only 1 BP left, and he was guaranteed to vote ally, so there's no way we could betray somebody in that position.
If we had, then he'd...
Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round.
Hey, what the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Were you trying to kill me?
No, nothing like that.
Well then, what was it like? If we'd voted ally,
You would be dead. The needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you.
See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. The only way you could possibly vote was betray. Picking ally when I knew you guys would pick betray would have been suicide.
You can't die.
You
You've got
have-
6 BP.
Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except Kay's.
What?
Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always gonna be betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked ally. What would happen to Kay's BP?
6 plus 3 would make 9.
See?
Simple math, oh my god.
Life over.
Math is hard
He'd open the
sometimes.
number 9 door and blow this popsicle stand. And that'd leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this
I mean,
place.
I understand Dio's choice to not let Kay have 9.
You see?
But I know Kay is kind of okay.
That's why I chose betray. I did it to save all our necks, including yours.
Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal, before finally snorting indignantly and stalking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we want, right?
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine.
Red solo, green cyan hair.
I see. Luna and Clover are cyan pair, Vi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining three are Kay's red, Dio green, I'm blue. How are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be those of white ones in 4B warehouse.
Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were here waiting for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out.
Yeah, so lay it out for us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Vi nodded and began to explain. Option A, Tenmyoji and Quark. Yellow, pair up with me, blue to open one door. Vi and Alice, pair up with Dio to open another. Luna and Clover, pair up with Kay to open the last one.
Oh? Is there only one option?
Yes. No other combinations would be able to open the secondary doors. Admittedly, Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody he could pair up with.
Oh god. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again.
Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait.
You fucking idiot. You fucking dumbass. God damn it.
So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open.
Yeah, about 80 minutes.
I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6. He still needs help.
Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelavir, right?
Yeah. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I'll help.
As will I.
Me too.
Fine. I guess I can help.
What about you, Sigma?
Of course I'll help. Kind of a jerk, wouldn't?
Okay.
We know
should
where
split
it
up the
is.
search.
but we're not gonna get the option to go there.
After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover, Fi, and myself to the pressure exchange chamber.
Shall we regroup in the Floor B warehouse 10 minutes before the doors open?
We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna.
You are going to the treatment center, correct?
Yes.
Then please remember to tell Tenmyoji where we intend to meet and when.
Okay.
You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I am concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Tenmyoji will be unable to open the secondary door.
Then they will die.
Right. Good. Looks like we got all that straightened out. Let's go.
With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction.
Oh, like how she went to the pantry, not the fucking lab, but okay.
So, this is the pressure exchange chamber.
No, this is the prep room. There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs.
How do you know that?
Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room.
Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Well, let's head downstairs then. Real quick. Alright.
Good idea.
Something weird's about to happen, because we're not gonna get another escape
Yeah, because
room.
something weird has to happen.
Something weird's about to happen.
So this is the real thing.
Seems like it.
Why did I have something like this here?
Well, this is just what Alice told me, but
Apparently the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. That was part of a system designed to keep the virus from getting in. It did mean, however, that we need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside.
remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room? Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on.
I see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then that newspaper article was right?
Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely.
So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6.
Yeah.
Something's been bothering me.
What is it?
Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits, we can go into the pressure exchange chamber and go outside?
Oh. No, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight.
Damn it. Just one door between us and freedom.
Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door.
Okay, yeah, but...
Whatever. We need to be focusing on finding that Accelavir. Quark needs it.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll go look around upstairs. You two take this floor, all right?
Got it.
Okay.
We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with this stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? The pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. Wait a minute, you mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dia was asking questions? We were in the infirmary. It was right after Quark lost it.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic?
Well, no. But...
And then Alice said,
I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon.
so what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. And finally she lifted her head and met my eyes.
Fine. I think I can trust you. Just don't tell Alice, okay?
Alright,
Promise?
promise? Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention, at a complete loss for words. Here's what she said.
Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we are an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements, such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organizations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that This is the Alice, not Alice, this is the Clover ending.
This is the
I told you that I played
game ending.
Yeah. I told you that I played the nunnery game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago? We just escaped, and we were all stuck into this SUV, barely crossing the desert. I was driving. Oh. That's when I saw her. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. She was already working for the SOIS, and she's been on our way to the building we've been trapped in as part of her investigation. But on the way there, her car had broken down. We offered to give her a ride, of course. After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we were trapped in. We couldn't see how us playing the nunnery game had anything to do with it, with the terrorists. But Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. That didn't sound very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there, on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us and us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mom got real worried about me and my brother, since we got kidnapped twice now. So she hired bodyguards for us.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Oh, I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, for one. And he was in both of the last two nunnery games, too. So, anyway, we've been grabbed twice. But the people behind the two nunnery games were totally different. It didn't matter to my mom, though. So, after that, all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day, and we decided to leave. Like, run away.
Whoa.
Everything alright?
Yeah, that just totally lost picture for a second there. You guys have it?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Stream
did.
good?
Looks to be.
Okay.
After that, we lived on our own. I worked in a cafe, and he composed music. He plays the harp, and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Sometimes he plays a little at venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs.
How did he write a book?
Fuck off.
How do you write music?
Double fuck off.
I know it sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it.
Writing music isn't necessarily necessary.
Writing music while you're blind is difficult.
You don't have to write music.
You just
especially
have
when you
to
play
say
a
what
guitar
the
thing.
note is. As long as you know what they are, you can put them in there however much you want to. Being blind isn't going to stop you from writing in any medium once you have the necessary tools to do so.
Fair enough.
Being blind is going to stop you from writing a book.
No, it won't.
Why?
You can just dictate.
Or just learn how to use a fucking keyboard.
But then you can't check for spelling errors.
That's what editors are for.
I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Alright. Anyway, we did that for a while. And then one day, Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of SOIS, where they'd taken us after the second nonary game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realize how we knew each other. They were the kids from the first nunnery game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around. Ow, I bit my tongue. She walked into the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us.
Having to read two things in the same recording session. It's awful, I know.
Right now, a terrorist organization is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we, as a species, will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenic field that we need. Or was that we need that? I'm guessing you don't know what any of this is, but basically, you can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, okay? Oh, wait, this is back to... Esper can resonate their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenic field. The purpose of the first nonary game was to research that ability. So they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps want me to use some weird ability I had for them? No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently, though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job, after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you. She told us how much they pay us if we helped. It was a lot. More wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. A couple of days passed, and then Alice showed up at her apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first nonary game might have been part of the terrorist organization Alice and the SOIS were after. Wasn't that, she asked, something that I might want to know more about? That got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was what Seven said to us. He was one of the guys who got abducted with us for the second nonary game. She called him on her phone right then and there and handed it to us. Didn't you voice Seven?
Just continue with it. We'll say all this is Clover. I think we're gonna have James voice Alice. Unless you'd rather. That sounded like an unhappy sigh.
No, it's me trying to find a voice for Seven that's slightly different than Alice.
I gotta do Neo, because I think I'm the only one who can pull it off.
That's totally not true.
You guys are the only people who can do this. You don't know where Junpei is. He's gone off to travel the world looking for Akane. Akane.
Of all people.
Boy, you lived
I
in
know her
Japan.
as Jude,
Come
okay?
on.
Akane. Yeah, you're right.
Of
You lived
all
in
people.
Japan. Come on.
I see it here. I should have known. I'm ashamed of myself.
Good. Shame on you and your fucking cow. What the fuck?
I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please. Just do me a favor and help Alice out. Junpei, like Seven, another participant of the second nonary game.
Thank you, parentheses.
Akane.
You seriously?
Motherfucker.
If I said it once, I'm saying it every time. So Akane. One of the people behind the second nonary game. Seven was a Japanese policeman which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SOIS.
Oh yeah, that's who Seven was. I'm stupid.
For the next couple months, all we did was train. Half of the time, it was general knowledge and technical skills that I immediately dumped out my brain.
Blah, 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 blah.
Tennis skills an SOIS agent needed, and the other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities.
And I really don't think you have.
She never used them before. She says she has them now.
You
actually
pay
know-
an account, I took care of it.
They're the only ones to actually use their ability whatsoever.
Yes.
And everyone else
The only-
fucking mocked them. But anyway.
The only evidence that anyone else has the ability is Phi. Or Fo, whatever her name is.
Bye.
Phi, yeah, Phi.
And us.
And us. Yeah.
But we're main character.
That's why I didn't count us. They'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into the research facility, posing as one of their workers, and then use my morphogenic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake, and I got captured. Alice had to come to rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't. I wanted to be just like her. So I turned into Lotus.
She might be just as
That
bad.
makes sense. So
You haven't
from
really
that
had to
day
deal with her.
onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice. So Alice is Lotus, and Lotus is Alice, kind of.
No.
Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was.
Bing.
The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that has been with me for most of my life. But then, on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans.
And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
All that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. She sighed, and her long hair swayed as she moved. Hey, I've got a few questions.
What are they?
Well, first off, your, powers, I guess. I'm guessing you can't use them right now?
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
No response?
Yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger. But that's just wishful thinking. Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers. Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
Right, whatever. I have some other questions, so moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who are they?
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? Why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much?
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her.
But...
Fine, let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
So you don't know?
No, all we know is soon.
But that could mean just about anything.
Yeah, it could be next week or next month or even next year. Or it could have happened already.
Wait, you mean they might have already released the virus?
Wouldn't that make the most sense? Like, how about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5. Quark is out too.
So you're saying Tenmyoji, Dio, Phi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious.
Right?
And what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Then what's the motive for a terrorist organization to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean?
Purifying the unclean.
Oh, unclean, 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 unclean.
What? What are you doing?
Shut up! Just hold on a minute. I'm this close to remembering. Unclean, clean, een.
You leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine!
Neos what?
Did you forget it already? I'm talking about this stuff!
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Alright, I remember that. It was in the safe in the treatment center, right?
Yeah!
I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly!
Are you saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of colon esterase inhibitor. That means it's a sort of antidote for tubocurarine.
I still don't get it.
How easy do I have to make it?
It's an upper, it's not a downer.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, alright? The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubocurarine. Following me?
Tubocurarine is the poison in our bracelets, right?
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalized.
First is the silver rill, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalized.
Yeah! We don't have to die. We're gonna be okay. We can only pull the trigger once, though.
That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules once. Like, let's see.
The best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them. Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
What? Hey, Clover, wait! Clover! It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. Damn. How do I get out of here? I was, I think understandably, upset. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed upstairs. Bye? Where'd Clover go? Bye, can you hear me? She didn't say anything. Just stared at me with her mouth half open. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Bye? Grabbed the shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply from it. He gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door. Bai's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right, got it, thanks. I headed for the exit and paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Still no response. There was something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed like more of a priority. Turned back around and jogged out the door, toward the treatment center.
Oh.
Bai was the one infected from the beginning.
Pretty sure it's still Quark. It's just spreading, it seems.
Bai did that thing inside the elevator as well, before he got out.
Jump really high? Huh?
No, stare blankly.
This is weird. Oh, well that just happens. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment center, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but the room was empty. Luna and Tenmyoji were gone too. He'd left Quark and the readout on his pod and said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine, guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way out of the treatment center.
Everybody's dead.
Where are they?
Arik, on the lounge?
What the hell? What's going on here? Can't find anybody. Every single
We're just
room is
in the
empty.
lounge.
Wait, there's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary.
Yeah, that's the only place.
Uh-oh. I ran into the room and stopped short. Might as well have run into a brick wall. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. No. What happened? Felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea, I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumbled to the floor. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand and I looked down to see blood. A vast, warm pool of fresh blood stretching out across the room, lapping at my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could...
Jesus!
Even Phi. In the middle of the lake of blood, like an island of flesh were bodies. They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes, with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. I don't see Quark. Had they sliced themselves open? Or stabbed one another?
Fucking
Couldn't
chaos
tell.
in here.
All the blood, too much blood. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. Scalpel lay in the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they had died, this tiny blade. God, it's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. The nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped against the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it slowly, carefully to my neck, as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs, and drew it across my throat.
We're all infected with Radical 6. That's why Kay is using a fucking robot suit. It's keeping him uninfected. He just doesn't remember.
This was an actual ending?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clover's ending.
Okay. Sure, that makes sense, right? Pile of dead meat.
Now we gotta go betray the kid!
Yup. Shouldn't be too hard. They're sleeping.
Nope.
You wanna go betray the kid first, or... Yeah, okay.
Well, the other thing's an assumption that we can continue from there, but we don't know for sure.
Well, we have the answer for that.
Sigma?
And to betray! Fuck that
What
old
the
coop.
outside world looks like.
What did you choose, Sigma?
You didn't see me push the button?
No.
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after that's up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. Your choice.
That's as good as saying you chose betray.
I grinned and headed toward the display.
Results from round 2 of the Please
Yeah.
Fucking living room TV is so goddamn loud.
Same.
Different.
They're the only ones.
Points have been assigned, or please check your...
What did you do, Clover?
Sorry, it wasn't me.
Sigma, huh?
Yeah.
Care to explain this, then?
What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting out of here.
What?
Are you going with him, Clover?
When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. My feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door.
Hey, wait!
I'd have to do better than shout if he wanted to stop me. It was closer. I was almost there. I took one last running leap, slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. A yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. The door began to open. Heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
Shit. That son of a bitch actually did it?
Bring it on, fancy lad. His voice sounded almost
Bring it.
surprised. I turned to face him. Sorry, but it looks like this is goodbye.
Sigma,
Don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not gonna just leave you all here to die.
Don't give me that shit. I know a liar when I see one.
Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked.
Are you guys just gonna let him run off like this?
No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward.
agreed.
I also agree.
That's it then. Let's get him. Ready?
Yeah.
He's toast.
Just leave it to us.
All we gotta do is
Hey
get
now,
through the door,
don't
they
do
can't
anything
get us.
you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know. You stop me,
Give
then...
it up. Charge!
Shit. Spun back around to face the door. There it was, right in front of me. Freedom. I'm up for it. Or at least I tried.
They were all the way over there.
There's a robot ninja.
You fucking useless pile of flesh.
Why is the only person that try to stop Sigma? They don't stop anybody else.
It happened in the blink of an eye.
Good character.
Suddenly, my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse. Could have made it.
We absolutely could have. Don't fucking monologue. No ever fucking monologue.
9 door has
Just
been opened.
go!
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Clover's gonna leave.
Pull the lever. Yes,
Shit.
she is.
Go! Let go of me, goddammit. Feel something huge, heavy, and metal pressed against my back. The robot ninja! K had to be holding me down. Monk, shut up! I flailed and kicked it, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves. The door only opens once. If I don't...
I know. Go, Clover.
Huh?
You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out.
But
This is an order from your commanding officer. You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help.
that's...
Stop complaining and go. If that door closes, it's all over. None of us will get out of here alive. Leave!
The door had already begun to
Why
close.
didn't you let her go with us?
The space was narrowing quickly, but was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
Fine.
It's not really how horizontal closing works.
You didn't leave me much choice.
Couldn't see what happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door.
So annoyed.
Looking up, I could see her feet just beyond the doorway.
Alice!
Go! Call for help! I'm counting on you!
Alice! No! I can't!
Fucking robot monk bastard.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank
To be fair, by the way, last time we had Clover's in, she also did this. She killed all
the
the people.
game is over. All doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
For the whole 3 days you get to stay here because there's no water.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, sorry, no food.
There probably is too.
Feed
We haven't
yourself.
found any. Oh no, the pantry. The fucking pantry. God damn it. That's dumb. That's really fucking dumb that they stopped us from leaving.
You think we can
That's a
continue from there? I'm not sure.
Yes.
I do. Because we have we have the answer for it.
What?
I don't think so.
What? But we have the... Are you fucking shitting me right now?
Aren't
Probably never
quite
answered
there.
anything.
What other answer would we need?
Don't know yet.
That doesn't make any
Probably-
sense.
The other 9 door. Or another way to open the 9 door, because right now we have an answer to keep us alive, but not to actually escape.
So this is where we are right now for that. But that
I
means that all of
guess.
this is taken care of. So now we can go over here. Probably. Maybe. Possibly.
You
I don't
wanna go
know.
over there, or do you want to go the other way?
Can we take a break?
No. Not until we get to the next room.
I have to pee.
You will
But okay.
wait until we go through this door with Luna.
I have kidney stones, but okay. I'll go to the hospital.
I think we'll pair up with
I'm gonna
Luna and
talk
head through the
for
magenta
you,
door.
So you can go.
You guys good with that?
Sure.
All right.
Then Clover and I will go with Alice.
As long as I get to go with Alice, I'm fine.
I don't have any objections. We'll be going through the yellow door, right?
That means Dio, Quark, and I are doing the cyan door.
Ugh, stuck with a kid and some old fart. I can't see how this could possibly go badly.
Well, maybe we'll get lucky and you'll pull your head out of your ass.
What did you just say?
10 seconds remaining until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We need to hurry.
Oh, we're going with
Alright, guys. Let's get moving.
3, 2, 1,
I don't mind that.
0.
We do not betray Luna. Fuck you.
No.
Until we have to, obviously.
Which will be immediately after this is done, cause fuck her.
I hate you. But she's such a good person.
Anyone can put up that front.
But she genuinely is a good person because every single time she has chosen ally. Literally everything we've gone through, she chose ally.
That's because it's
Every
mathematically
time.
the best thing to pick.
Did y'all see Kay in that last ending?
No, Kay was the only thing not there because Kay had a robot suit, which was probably preventing him from being able to contract the virus, but we contracted the virus from the kid and it spread very quickly and we all died.
What is this place?
Didn't you see the door? It said this is the lounge.
Lounge? That mean there's somebody living here?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much dust. Maybe there is.
So you've got a well-used lounge right next to a big empty warehouse. What's this building for?
Beats me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Yeah. The one we came in, the one opposite it, and 2 more on the left and right. The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. Don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon.
I guess that just leaves us one option. Brute forcing the door open. No good. This one's locked too.
I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through. Maybe we can find one of the keys to the AB room in here somewhere.
Well, it's not gonna find itself. Let's go.
Speak a way out.
Oh, he took care of it. Cool. Wow.